Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is what the call to prayer looks like, overlooking the holy city, Mecca in Arabia, from our hotel window. It's a little after 4 a.m., but if you look a little closer, you will see those little white specks that are moving is what it looks like in Mecca when the call to prayer is made. Muslims making their way to Haram, where the Kaaba is located, one by one walking in for observance of Salatul Fajr. You can even see there are rows out on the street in the dark of Muslims, believers, preparing, as this is the second call, final call to prayer, this Wednesday morning. So I'm getting ready to go and make prayer and then start another journey on this wonderful experience in our holy city, Mecca, Arabia. But you are looking at the modern and old ancient city of Mecca. It's not as clear because the window on the outside is dirty, but hopefully you can kind of get a picture of what I'm seeing and enjoy this great experience. May Allah bless you to have a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum.
وعرض ما يعرض من مسائل ومشكلات بأدب
عيد مبارك عيد صباح
عن المراء
الخطبة هي
الذي
مكة
يصرف عن الاستفادة وقد يضيق به الصدر ويدور معه الحقد مع الحرص على عدم رفع الصوت إلا لحاجة. وصايا لقمان في التسجيل العزيز واغضض من صوتك
محمد University
نصب الحميد. قال بعض الظرفاء لو كان رفع الصوت محمدة لما جعله الله للحميد. الحمد لله كثيرا كما شرع والله أكبر كبيرا كما أمر. أيها المسلمون، وينبغي تجنب الفضول.
Please share with the believers. We are in the holy city of Mecca now, about to finish Eid Salat.
والابتعاد عن تقليب النظر إلى رشاء البيت وعاداته ومشاعره. ومن الأدب
Please say something to the believers, Brother Ismail.
من أسئلة لا يود الابتلاء عليها.
As soon as we get in. Okay.
لا يود الابتلاء عليها أو فيها. فلا تمدن عينيك كما لا تمد يديك. فيما يلاحظ فيما يراه من التصرفات أو ما يقدم من مأثور أو مشروب ما لم يكن نصيحة مسلوكا بها مسلك الحكمة في طرحها وأسلوبها وتوقيتها. ومن الآداب أن يجلس الضيف حيث يجلسه صاحب البيت ويأذن له، وصاحب البيت وقد وجه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إلى هذا التوفيق بقوله عليه الصلاة والسلام: لا يؤمن الرجل في بيته ولا يجلس على تقديمته إلا بإذنه. ومن الآداب ألا ينصرف إلا بعد استئذان صاحب الدار، ويلقي السلام عند الخروج كما أتاه عند الدخول، فليست الأولى في حق الآخر. الحمد لله على ما من، الحمد لله على ما من بفضل من عباده الأبرار، والله أكبر ما أنزل لهم تولى.
You see a little spot, huh? Looks like it's flowing a little bit. Gate 83 or 93?
Up to the top?
Yes, sir, to the second level. There's three levels there. Eid Mubarak. This is the khutbah. Second level.
من حديث عائشة رضي الله عنها مثل ومن الآداب حسن الاستماع ويكون بإمهال المتكلم حتى يفهم من حديثه والإقبال على الوجه وعدم المقاطعة حتى ولو كان المستمع يعرف الحديث حتى ولو كان المستمع يعرف الحديث يقول عطاء رحمه الله من السماع ومن يحدثني فأستمع إليه وكأني أسمعه ولا أسمعه قبل أن يدرك الذي يجلس من المخالفة الصحيحة من مخالفة المحرم ولكن وشرع المحرم والملائكة والنبي والمجالس بالأمانة وصدور الحرام وصدور وإذا كان مع الله الإخوان فيحسن موقفهم عن العبث وما يجد
They're releasing folks out of there.
يقول الشعبي رحمه الله من تمام الزيارة أن تمشي معه إلى باب الدار وتقول
Let's do it. I'll follow you.
الله أكبر ولله الحمد. أيها المسلمون زوروا دياركم وقبلاتكم وصوموا لهم ودعائهم وتفقدوا أحوالهم واصنعوا من المعروف ما يجب المودة والدين المحبة. زوروا ولا تنتظروا بعد الزيارة فليس الواصل بالمكافئ. عن ابي هريره رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من عاد ميرا او زار فله بالله نال منال تلك وطبعا جاء.
If we get to the far left and go, see how? Yeah, let's try this.
قال سيدنا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم والمتبادلين
يا حجي خلص البص مستنينا
بص اقول لك على حاجه. أرسل الله على عادته في طريقه ملكا فلما أتى عليه قال أين تريد؟ قال أريد أخا لي في هذه القرية. قال هل لك عليه من نعمة ذوقها أي تقوم بصدقها؟ قال لا غير أني أحببتك.
Allah, good.
قال إني رسول الله إليك لأن الله قد أحبك كما
Yes, Lord.
تبادل الزيارات يثبت النفوس ويجع الصدور ويولد القلوب والاجتماع يفتح العقول. مجالدتك لأخيك في الله هي تحفة النفس للنفس فلا تجعلها مناخا للبطالين والغالبين.
I started to feel like pasta. That's my calves. Then once we get through there, we'll go to the right. it, huh?
Yeah.
Finished,
They don't keep them long.
Then nobody wasn't interested in what he had to say.
Well, they can hear him wherever he is, you know? Wherever we are.
الحمد لله الذي ما فعل وقضى الله اكبر ولي ما خلقه من خلق امره واعطاه والحمد لله على كل نعمه ومن بلواه والله اكبر على ثواب فضله وجهه وعلى مكروه وعلى ما تفضل من الاحسان ما اعطاه واشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده
So this is the second level, right?
Yes, sir. And there's a third.
Did you want to go down or up?
What would you like?
I like to look up. I mean, look from the second level first, right? It's
Yes,
another
sir.
perspective, right?
It is, it is. When we looked from the third level, I mean, you could just see.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the,
The grant. And people are still making tawaf. Still haven't stopped.
You know, despite all the crowds, it's very well ordered. I mean,
organized. I mean,
and the people.
Yes.
The people is what make it organized.
Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak. We're here live from the holy city of Mecca with Minister Ismail Muhammad, Brother Jason Muhammad, and inshallah we can see the Kaaba. Eid Mubarak, Brother Yakoya. Eid Mubarak.
محمد الكذب ما بقي من لذة الحنة والالتقاء بالاخوان وادخال
يلا يا حاجي يلا يا حاجي يلا يا حاجي حاجي.
Get on the what?
اخواننا احب الينا من اهلينا اخواننا يذكرنا بالاخره.
I want to get up on that top level.
Oh. We gotta go one up.
والحمد لله له ما في السماوات وما في الارض.
We'd have to turn around, but we're going in a different flow now. Why is he upset? There's the Kaaba.
Oh, because people are sitting.
Oh. Nobody can speak. Oh, that.
I guess a couple.
Oh, I guess you can't use a real camera.
You can try it. The handheld is best right now.
I would
But
just,
if you cover, I'll get some great shots.
okay.
Okay, well, yeah.
I'll tell you when.
Okay.
Just, and I'll tell you where we'll get some good ones.
Up on that other level.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
get me.
Okay. Okay. Ready?
See who comes on. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. We are here live in our holy city, Mecca in Arabia, by the blessings of Allah and by the gracious love and blessing of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I'm here with my big brother, our big brother. There he is, Brother Ishmael Muhammad, and we are on our way. It's about 3:30 here in Mecca. We are on our way. I'm going to turn it around so you can see. To our beautiful mosque here, Haram, where the Kaaba is, to make Fajr prayer with millions of fellow Muslims from all around the world. Want to say something, Brother Ishmael?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. We are so grateful to have this distinguished privilege and honor. And we are here, and our presence here is representative of you. So we carry your spirit, your prayers, and your asking as Muslims for Allah's forgiveness. This is the place of the birth of our Savior, Master Farrakhan Muhammad.
That's right.
To whom praises is due forever.
Ever.
We pray that Allah will accept our prayer and give us His mercy and pour upon us the anointing of His Spirit, that our return will reinvigorate and energize our nation to complete the mission in the Western Hemisphere that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, started 1400 years ago in the known world. We say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Let us show them the scene out here. As far as the eye can see, nothing but millions of worshipers, pilgrims, coming on this, the Eid, and the last day of our fast, to give prayer, to give thanks and praise to Almighty God Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
That's right.
Look at that.
Now we have to figure out how we get needed for prayer. We're going to be praying. You see, they're already set up to pray outside. We're going to be praying right here.
Yeah.
Man, brothers and sisters, this right here is one of the greatest blessings of my life. To be able to be not only in this holy city, but to be with who we know to be Allah's divine servant, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Nothing in my wildest dreams could have ever dreamed that I would be here. So please keep the delegation in your prayers. Of course, keep our beloved minister in your prayers. He is in great spirits. He is so happy here. And we can't wait to come back to testify of what Allah has blessed us as a community, not individuals, but as a community to experience. Sending my love out to all of my students and the teachers. I miss you all. I cannot wait to get back to share pictures and to share with you what we have seen. It's one thing to read and talk about it. It's a whole nother thing to experience it. We are right outside because it's so packed with Muslims. It looks like they're forming lines already for prayer. I got to keep up with Brother Ishmael, y'all. He's just walking. But we are going to find our space to make prayer because it appears that they have the inside blocked off. If y'all can see the number of people streaming into the city, I'll come back later and show you the millions that are streaming into the holy city from the streets, and they just stop in the streets and make prayer. Man, it is the most beautiful thing that you will ever see. But I'll show you those. Y'all know Brother Jason take pictures. I got thousands of pictures. From our blessed yesterday being able to circumambulate the Kaaba, to run in between the two hills as Hagar, performing our rites of Umrah, and our wonderful host here in Saudi Arabia. We thank them, but we thank Allah who came in the person of Master Father Muhammad. We thank the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and we are not only forever indebted to them in this great work, but we thank the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I'm still here live with Student Minister Ishmael Muhammad, and we're looking around, and it looks like we're going to be praying out here, which is fine, because all of it is sacred ground. We're going to keep y'all as live as much as possible until we actually make Salat, and then we'll come back with more information. Again, it is almost 3:40 here in the holy city Mecca. It's nothing like being in a society where Islam, Muslims, and righteousness is the norm. No police, y'all. I haven't heard one siren here in the holy city Mecca, and previously when we were in Medina. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Y'all hang in there. I'm gonna give y'all another picture. I'm gonna show behind me the third largest structure in the world, which is this clock right here in Mecca. Check it out. We're gonna try to go and visit that sometime this week. Third largest structure in the world right here at the holy city Mecca. And for all of you all who think that the holy city is still what it looks like in 1877 or 1930, this is one of the most modern cities that you can be in. It is absolutely beautiful and still developing. The roads, the tunneling systems, the technology. Believers, get ready. This is being prepared for you. Again, we thank the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for this indeed blessing of a lifetime. And I pray Allah that we continue to do our work to win the favor of Allah for such a wonderful blessing during this holy month of Ramadan. Y'all hang in there with me. If y'all look over there, those are Muslims and pilgrims coming in. It looks tiny on the screen because, there's hundreds of thousands packed in that one area. Everybody's seeking to go in, but I'm quite sure that Haram is already fully packed. Look at the beautiful architecture. Brothers and sisters, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan mentioned to us yesterday that the Vatican has nothing on this. This is a beautiful city, and there are many beautiful places and structures, but there's nothing like the holy city Mecca, Al-Haram. And as you can see, there are cranes everywhere. They're still building and developing. And beautifying. Renovating. So I'm still here with Brother Ishmael Muhammad. We're waiting to make prayer along Muslims from every corner of this planet. You all at home should be so proud and so happy as we are proud and happy to be here. It really sometimes a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And I am so excited to get back to testify and bear witness along with my brothers and sisters to the wonderful reception and the wonderful experience that we have had here by Allah's permission. You want to say anything else, Brother Ishmael?
Just taking it all in, taking this moment, thanking Allah, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for granting me and us this great honor and privilege to accompany him to the holy city of Mecca to perform Umrah in these last days of the month of Ramadan. And it's a blessing to be back here where I was blessed to visit with my mother and my sister as a 12-year-old, and to come back 40 years later, and it's almost the city unrecognizable in how it has been built up, and Al-Haram is absolutely exquisitely beautiful.
That's right.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to
Praise
Allah.
be to Allah.
Allahu Akbar. I'm going to sign off for a minute, brothers and sisters. I'm going to take some pictures of this unbelievable crowd of people. And we are going to make sure that we share with you all of the fantastic details of this experience of a lifetime. Hang in there, brothers and sisters. Stay close to your social media. We're going to come right back to share more, inshallah, after or a little bit before we make Salat to Fajr. Love y'all, man. Keep us in your prayers. Assalamu alaikum. The phone was so hot, it turned off. So invite your friends, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
التوسعة حقت الملك عبد الله، التوسعة حقت الملك عبد الله، هذه كله مساحة. لا باب الملك
Beautiful.
لا يوجد في المدينة.
These two brothers that we have acquired behind this.
Standers by wanting to know who this is. I can't say much because of my voice.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. Brother Sultan has lost his voice from all the prayers he's been making since we've been here in Saudi Arabia. So I'm going to go ahead and help narrate some of what you're looking at on his behalf. Is that okay, Brother Sultan?
Very okay. Thank you, brother.
Okay. So if you can look up, you can see this is 4 levels, actually, a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floor where there are prayer halls. You can see the gold embedded in the ceiling, the rim to the ceiling tiles. You see that? You can see these massive hallways here. And when there's time for prayer, any place that there's space, someone can be praying at that moment. So now we're going into another hall where you can see these chandeliers that are framed in gold and the crystals that make up the glass on the outside of the lights. You can see these columns, and we'll pan up. And if I had to estimate, I would have to say this ceiling probably is about 200 feet high. We can take a look all the way up. That is the ceiling. Slow down, but still time. Gotta get some juice. Okay. So now we'll pan down again the hallway. This is another hallway here. And this is the extension to the Kaaba, the Haram is what it's called. So this is another area expanding, all trimmed in gold, marble and gold. You can see there's calligraphy at the top, around the rims there. And you can see up at the ceiling, there's gold in the ceilings as well. You can see the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, the servant of Allah, right here. He is enjoying the tour that we are receiving now of this extension to Al-Haram. And this is not the main sanctuary, if you will, of Al-Haram. This is the extension. Praise be to Allah. I'm gonna take this juice off for a second, bro. Okay. Oh no, I'll take the shoes. Oh, thank you. So we'll keep walking, if you will, to give you a chance to see. And you can see where it says here, women's prayer area, but it is not outside. It is air conditioned. It's in the same facility as the men's prayer room. So the facilities are equal with respect to the amenities and the accommodations. And that's a very important point to be made here. You can see another hallway here. And this is not, oh, I will do that, Sister Holiday. I will give the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan the greetings and your love. And I can show you back over this area here, if you can see outside, that's additional construction taking place. So very shortly, there will be even more space added to the Kaaba. And you can see how far in the distance that is. Oh, okay, great. I'll let them stand first then. You can see all these cranes outside. Here's the servant of Allah. He is looking at the extension and the expansion and the cranes that are mounted far back away from the Kaaba. As you can see there, the expansion will go all the way to those mountains that are past the building. The minister, Sister Holiday, is watching live, and she wanted me to send you the greetings of Assalamu alaikum, sir. Oh, absolutely, sir. Everyone, this is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Here you are, sir.
No,
it's Facebook Live, though.
Live,
Did you want? Okay. There's a number of people watching as well.
Assalamu alaikum. I got names.
That's okay. Yeah, they can still see you.
They can still see me?
Yes, sir.
I can't see you, spooks. Oh, there you are. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Holiday.
Mother Khadija's on there too.
Alhamdulillah.
Praise be to Allah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, I know you all don't want to see me.
Let's go this way.
Brother Sultan, can you bring the messages back up? Okay. Praise be to Allah. Now we're continuing on our tour of this phase of the expansion. It's called Al-Haram. So the Kaaba is located inside of what's called Al-Haram, which means
forbidden, that which is made forbidden, so it's sacred.
okay, and Haram means that which is made forbidden or sacred. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Take a look at this. Oh, here's some, look at the size of these doors. These are the doors to the new extension. How tall are these doors? How tall are the doors? Is it 70? These doors are probably about 70 feet high, made of gold and some other material. And you can get an idea of the height of these doors. There's Brother Mustafa Farrakhan, Brother Imam Sultan, and that is the height of the door there. And this is the height of the people here. Praise be to Allah. I'm going to sneak in this picture, everybody, if you all don't mind. You all can join us as well. All of you all will be in the same picture with us.
Y'all got the whole door? Can you get the whole door?
You got to go back.
Yeah, you got
Yeah, we want to see the scale. Yeah.
Hey, where you at? Amina.
Brother Robert has to get on his knees and put the camera on the floor to try and get the height of the entire door in the photograph.
Got it?
Praise be to Allah. All made of marble. There's no other material outside, on the outside of the structure, but gold and marble. And you can see these arches, these chandeliers, and this ceiling, and this arch, and this dome is even higher. If I had to estimate, that's probably about, I'd have to say 300 feet high, if not taller. So we're walking, you can see here the different floors all the way up there. Those are different floors that prayers can be made on. And here's the dome. It's way up there, y'all. It's way up there. There it is. I have to arch my back to hold the camera all the way up so you can see the magnificent design. You see it's not completed yet. It's still under construction, but it doesn't lessen the beauty of what we're looking at. Here we go again. We'll turn around. You see the hall extends all the way back as far as you can see. Here's the delegation, just to get an idea of the size. There's the delegation walking by, and look at the height of the ceiling compared to the delegation. That gives you an idea of how tall these columns are as everyone walks by. Each floor, marble and gold, everyone. So the team is marveling now at the dome at the top. You can see everyone marveling. Even the servant of Allah is now looking at the ceiling in the dome. Yes. Sister Amina, Sister Naima, and here again is the dome.
Right here. Do you approve? We're still finishing the touches, but so far, more gold. More gold. More gold.
Praise be to Allah.
The budget.
Beautiful. Oh my God.
And you can see the other end, there's no doors on the other end of this hall. It's open. So it opens right out to the outside. However, it is currently 107 degrees in Saudi Arabia. And even with no doors on this structure, at least in this area, it is still air conditioned and cool. Probably 76 degrees inside. So that shows you the magnitude of the engineering that has gone into this building, where they don't even have to have the building closed in to still have it cool inside. So we'll continue to walk around. We see here Brother Ishmael, Brother Akbar's longtime companion. These are our tour guides right here. Brother Ahmed, Brother Ali. They've been with us ever since we touched down. I'm going to back up just so you all can get the ratio and proportion of what we're talking about as you look at the team, and you can see the height of the ceilings and how the team is dwarfed by the height of the ceilings. And you see that ceiling right there, that's not even the highest ceiling. So if we back up even further, you'll get a chance to see all the way up and how tall it is and compared to the team. Actually, I can't even get the ceiling, everybody. It's just that tall. There's a piece of it. Okay? Now you all know I'm not a news anchor or broadcaster, so I'm doing the best I can. I guess they gave it to a lawyer. They can figure I can keep talking, I guess. All right. So we'll go down the next column over here, and you can see these Holy Qur'ans are put here for free. So whenever someone comes for prayer and they would like to read something in the Holy Qur'an, these Qur'ans are provided for free. They are in Arabic though. So I'll open up one of them so you can see what it looks like. So there's the Holy Qur'an here. So if anyone wants to just sit and read, they can do that. And all these this is throughout the entire building. So you don't have to worry about bringing your own Holy Quran if you can read Arabic. And look at this hall right here. And this is separate from where we were just displaying. And I'll turn around. And you can see how far back this hall goes. All praises due to Allah. Now let's go to the next hall over. And you can see some more here. All marble. Everywhere you see that's white or light gray, it's marble. And look at the size of this chandelier here. Actually, 2 people can fit inside that chandelier. It's that big. I'm gonna walk over here a little bit, though it's still under construction, it looks like. And we'll get a chance to look up. My goodness. And this has a skylight in it. So we'll take a look here. And that's a skylight right there. So when the sun is shining, it'll have natural light all the way down into this area of the building. So you're actually even saving on expenses by having that kind of natural light. And you can see there another hall. Okay. Let's keep going. There's more. So we'll go over to the next hall. And you'll see people in here who are laying down and they're resting. And truthfully, they're resting until the next time there's prayer. So they won't like to stay in the mosque or this extension of Haram until the next time there's prayer. So here is another hall. And you can see how wide it is. And we'll take a look up now at this ceiling. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it looks like another skylight, just like the first one. So I'll come back here so you get a chance to look up here. And there it is, all the way up there. There it is. Okay. All praises due to Allah. And if you can imagine the size and the magnitude and the scope of this structure, they're making something even larger behind it. And so the goal is to have over 1 million people be able to pray indoors in this facility by the time they're finished building it. All praise is due to Allah. And it's just a sign of how something can start with humble beginnings, and then with the right spirit and the right commitment can continue to grow. And so we as members of the Nation of Islam can appreciate that the nation started, restarted, and was rebuilt on the faith of one man, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And now we are reestablished in over 100 cities. And so all of this, as far as I'm concerned, is a sign of what is in store for us. Praise be to Allah. They're just giving us an example of what to aim for. There's the servant of Allah again, taking a look at the expansion of this building. This is the main hall. Well, whoever, Bamani, when they say the Nation of Islam is not allowed in Mecca, not only are they so incorrect, we are here as special guests of the King of Saudi Arabia. And these individuals who are driving us around have been assigned to us from the International Affairs Department of Saudi Arabia. And they have driven us from Medina to Mecca to Jeddah and back. So anyone who believes that the Nation of Islam is not only accepted but welcomed in the Nation of Islam in Mecca is sorely mistaken. Sorely mistaken. Say it again. Oh wow. Okay, everybody. So now you're gonna have to strain your eyes to see this. But from this main hall that I talked about earlier that does not have any doors on it, try and look as hard as you can. And I'll zoom in as best I can. You'll see the gentlemen there in the blue suits. They're workers. But look even further. You see that black in there? That is the Kaaba itself. And the gold trim on the Mishwa. Kiswa, sorry. So that is, so we can stand all the way back here and still see the Kaaba. And that's likely why they don't have any doors on this building. So even as far back as we are, which is probably at least a quarter mile away, I would definitely have to say at least a quarter of a mile away. We're about a quarter of a mile away from the Kaaba, and you can see it. Uh-oh, sorry, you guys. Sorry. There it is. All praises due to Allah. Well, what we know is for sure, and that is the circuits around the Kaaba, kissing the black stone, that's all symbolic of something. And we kind of have an idea of what that is. Let me try and zoom out a little bit for you all. Zoom that for me. I tried to do it. There you go. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm the most non-tech person in the Nation of Islam. I put on a real good front, but if we do what?
Okay, because the ministers here and everything.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, now we're getting ready to go up, everybody, onto the floors themselves.
It said 7 floors high.
Say it one more time.
7 floors.
Okay. Okay, so I was showing you all the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floor. However, I was just been informed that it's 7 stories tall. You said 7 stories? Here's our little young Muslim brother. Is that your phone? Oh. A young Muslim brother taking his pictures. So, the height of this structure is 7 stories. All praises due to Allah. How many stories did you say? 7 stories.
Seven floors. And then you got
Yeah, I showed them the skylight.
So they're still doing construction.
This is still under construction, yeah. You all should, I don't know what you do, tag some people, text them, like it, invite, because you all are getting a personal tour of the expansion of the Kaaba. And let's just say not many has even seen this because the building. Praise be to Allah. I see it. All right. We're all on tour with the servant of Allah in the expansion of the Kaaba. Okay, so here we go. And I can say, everybody, we are truly blessed to have Brother Imam Sultan Rahman with us, who speaks Arabic fluently. He's been doing a phenomenal job with helping, along with Brother Imam Abdul Malik as well. We're grateful for having one among us, our own, who can translate and interpret for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
It's not 7 stories, it's 14 because each floor is composed of 2.
Each floor is composed of 2.
So it's 14 stories instead of 7.
Okay. For those of you all who are just chiming in, we are going through an extension of what's called Al-Haram, which is the sacred area that surrounds and encompasses the Kaaba, which means the cube. So that is not inside of the structure, but this is being added to the outside of the structure that houses the Kaaba. We're now going back through. All praises due to Allah. All praises due to Allah. And here are different water stations. And this is water from the well of Zamzam. Thank you so much, Brother Ahmed. This is water from the Zamzam. So when you hear about Zamzam, and you may think that it's just some spout coming up out of the ground, their engineering and technology has designed a way to be able to draw the water up from the well of Zamzam and make it accessible to the pilgrims here inside of the mosque and extension. These type of stations exist throughout the entire complex. So we're able to drink from the water of Zamzam, which I'm going to take a sip right now since Ramadan is over. Sorry. Sorry. Thanks, Brother Ahmed. Praise be to Allah. So my dear friend, Brother Ahmed, just reminded me, I was holding the phone with my right hand, but drinking water with my left hand. And that is a no-no. So we should eat and drink with our right hand. And so he was trying to help me out before I drank the whole cup of water. But I drank it before I understood what he was trying to get me to say. So I thank Brother Ahmed for helping me out. So now we're walking and we see the group. For those who are just joining us, just over the head of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, up ahead is the Kaaba itself, where there's no door on this structure looking in this direction. And you can see that black kiswa just over that barricade is the Kaaba. Sister Dietrich, I'll find another station and we'll take a picture of the water of Zamzam. But there's many stations throughout the entire building. Okay, that's why I see one down here. Many stations throughout the entire building that has the water of Zamzam. So if you were like me and thinking it was just some spout coming out of the ground, their engineers have figured out how to make it accessible throughout all of these areas. That's right, let everybody know we're having a live tour with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan through the expansion onto the Kaaba. Here we are again in this prayer area. And from this view right here, everyone, we're gonna look up and look right here and see the third tallest structure in the world. Is right here. And they designed this doorway. They designed this doorway in such a way that you can see it, the entire building. I'll zoom in so you all can get a better view. At the top of the clock it says Allah, and there's an observatory at the top as well. And that is, I believe they said, the most accurate timing system in maybe the Eastern Hemisphere. But the engineering that went into the design of this clock now sets the time for all of, for sure, Saudi Arabia and possibly the Middle East. And at the top of the spire, you see the crescent at the top. And that is 1,972 feet tall, the third tallest building in the world. I'll zoom back out now. And for those who did not believe that the Nation of Islam is welcomed in Mecca, you all should know that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been provided a room in this hotel complex where he can view the Kaaba from the window in his room. And that was a gift from, or accommodation made from, the king and his staff. And you all actually did pick up on that already. It is 1,972 feet tall, and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, during Theology of Time in 1972, said of this man who was with us, everywhere you hear him, listen to him. Everywhere he tells you to go, go. And everywhere he tells you to stay from, stay from. Praise be to Allah. So we're now going to proceed to another section in the area of the Kaaba, Al-Haram, excuse me. And you got to know that we're attracting a lot of attention, but it is what it is. These are some more Zamzam stations. Go ahead. Oh, right here. Okay. Okay. Okay, I got you. We're now walking through this area. And this wall right here does not represent where the building ends. It's just where this area ends. Because there's even more. This is called the King Abdullah expansion of Al-Haram. The King Abdullah expansion of Al-Haram. And just take a look at this hallway right here, everybody. Look how far down that hallway goes. Yes, you actually could drive an 18-wheel. Actual fact about it, you can get two 18-wheel trucks side by side through this hallway.
What happened to the two imams? Why your voices? He wasn't listening to God.
And we're grateful My goodness. Okay, so now we're walking into another area.
Man, look at the little escalators.
So here's another area we just walked into, and here's another hallway. And once again, if you look at the ceilings here, the base of the tiles is lined in gold. So each of those areas is lined in gold. The frame to the ventilation system is made of gold. You can see the fan up there where it's blowing the air right there. That's made in gold. All right, brother Akil, I'll give you a shout out. Assalamu alaikum. So, let's see. I'm gonna try and close this back up, y'all. There we go. All right, here we go. I mean, you literally can fit 2 18-wheel trucks in here, I believe, side by side. So while the group is going down this hallway, I'm gonna dip off to the side over here. Let me see if I can get in there. Yeah, it looks like a little construction zone, but y'all know how we do. Let me slide over here real quick so you can see. There's the skylight again, another one. Still marble, still gold. Y'all, we walking through one building, you all. This is one building. Look at all those columns over there. Look at all that. Marble and gold. And you can see here a number of men who are gathering in this area because Maghrib prayer is coming up very soon. And as you can see, we're far away from the Kaaba now. You can't see it from here, but it doesn't matter. Everyone just wants to have some space inside of the Haram to say prayer. And it doesn't matter where you are, near stairs, near the hallways, none of it matters. People just want to say prayer at the Kaaba. So we'll catch back up to the group now as we walk through this area of expansion. And you can see where they are. You see all of those columns ahead. Look at all of those columns up there, everybody. Okay. So this is the men's prayer area. So once again, the men, and quite honestly, these prayer areas in the building, they are separated from men and women, but on the floor of the Kaaba, men and women have prayed next to each other, in fact. So we're now walking through. Now, this is very important. You see right here is the men's prayer area, right? Marble, gold, air conditioning. I'm walking down this hallway right here, and here's the women's prayer area in marble, gold, and air conditioning. So inside of this building is proof that when the women come to pray here at the Kaaba, that they receive the same accommodations as the men receive inside this air-conditioned marble and gold building. And these are our Muslim sisters from all over the world. And they have their water stations from the well of Zamzam as well that looks exactly like the water stations from the men, or for the men. Okay? All right. Now you can see the people streaming in now. They're streaming in for Maghrib prayer that still doesn't begin for another maybe 45 minutes. But everyone now is coming in to start to get their part. Okay, you guys, I'm about to lose the group, so let me walk a little bit up here. Because if I get lost in this building, we all gonna be lost. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. Brother Imam stayed looked out for me. All praise is due to Allah. So now, you can see here, the people are streaming in. And if we could show you what outside looks like from our hotel room, you would see tens of thousands of people walking from wherever they live to make their way to the Kaaba for prayer. And after Maghrib prayer, 3 rakahs, they will turn around and walk back to wherever they live, only to come back again another hour and a half to 2 hours later for Isha prayer. So this exercise and this act of devotion takes place absolutely, literally 5 times a day. Literally. So, you know, I don't really do the soapbox thing, but I would just have to say to all of us, when I see these people and our Muslim family walking for miles to come make 3 rakahs in 100+ degree heat, surely we should be able to get on our prayer rug and put it on our floor and make prayer 5 times a day. So that's going to be my pledge to myself, because as I see what others do around the world and the effort that they undertake, look at this stream of people coming in, everybody. Look what I'm talking about. Look up that hill. See that hill? They're just walking, literally, from wherever they live. And if I could go up on the top of that hill and show you down the street, as far as the eye could see, you would see Muslims walking from wherever they live, miles, to get to the Kaaba. Not that they can see it, but just be somewhere on the grounds of where the Kaaba is located, where Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, cleansed the idols and made this holy ground for the worship of Allah. Look over the hill. It's not going to stop. I could stand here for the next 45 minutes and this scene would look the same for that entire 45 minutes. And it's not just one time a day. It is 5 times a day. This scene right here plays itself out. It's very important, and this is one of the most striking things behind witnessing and looking at the Kaaba itself. To see this site right here from our hotel room, and to see this kind of effort. And everybody, be clear, I'm only pointing this phone to one entrance and one street. This scene is being played out on every street and every entrance around this entire building and complex, I should say. It's not going to stop. I can stand here and it will keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. And you can see a Muslim family here. Some have what's called ikram garments on, who are performing umrah. The women are walking right in, right next to the men. You don't see any women, not here, walking behind their man. They walk right next to him. It might be somewhere else in the country, but it's not here at the Kaaba. Okay? All right, so now I'm just going to pan around. As you can see, this open area right here. So now we're going into another complex that is an extension onto the Kaaba. So that was one building, you all. Now we're about to go into another building. And look over my shoulder. Look at all those Muslims. Look at them filing in, walking back as far as the eye can see. They are absolutely serious about their 5 daily prayers, and we too have to become more serious about our 5 daily prayers. And just consider that we have more of a reason to make sure we're making our prayers because we don't even live in a Muslim country. We live in hell, the wilderness of North America. So we need all the prayer that we can get. And we think we can get by on just doing a dua every now and then and don't do any rak'ahs. Well, this has been a very enlightening experience to me, for me. And you can see people just sitting here on the ground waiting for prayer to begin. And once the call is done, they will stand up and begin to make rak'ahs. Now this is a different area. So this is a different area than I just showed you all. Now look here. Look what you see here. The exact same thing. Muslims streaming in from wherever they live. This is a different area than what I just showed you. Sister Audrey, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the women are inside the same building as the men, and whatever accommodations the men have, the women have exactly the same. Exactly the same. The women are not put on the roof. The women are not put outside. The women are not put in the basement. The women are in their area, in their prayer area in some sections. There are some men prayer areas, and then on the floor of the Kaaba, there are men and women praying right next to each other. In fact about it, at Fajr prayer this morning at 4:30, there was a woman praying directly behind me, just outside the Kaaba. So all this crap that we hear about is not accurate, at least for the Kaaba for sure. Okay? So here we are. Assalamu alaikum everyone. We got MUI students. Brother Jason Kareem is doing the tour for the MUI students. Are they in school right now? Oh, they're in study hall. Praise be to Allah. This is some real Islamic studies class right here. Okay. Let somebody ask him first. Okay. Right? Don't just put him on the spot. No. Yeah. What'd you say?
Safa and Marwa inside.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, everyone. So during Umrah, one of the acts of devotion is to walk between the Safa and the Marwa stones, if you will, which is where Hagar hills, which is where Hagar walked in between, and that is what you're witnessing right here. So what you can't see, which is right around the corner, which is behind this column right there, is the Marwa hill, and on the other end is the Safa and Marwa. Okay, so you can see these people, our Muslim family here, that's making that circuit. They're walking to one end and they're going to go down the other. So everybody, I can appreciate a comment somebody just made about if you want to learn about religion, do research as opposed to coming to a humbled live stream. But that almost sounds like somebody should skip from being an embryo to being an adult overnight. That's what it sounds like to me. So at the end of the day, if there's anything that we can see that can inspire us to do research on religion and history, then that's something critical. That's something critical to someone's spiritual advancement. And as Brother Imam Sultan just said, this is history and this is research. Praise be to Allah. This is one of the seven minarets outside of the Kaaba. One of the 7 minarets outside of the Kaaba. And as you can see, all of that back there is more expansion of the Kaaba, Al-Haram, I should say. Say it again?
King Abdullah expansion?
Yes, King Abdullah.
Not gonna finish until 2050.
That's what, 2030?
Yes.
Wow. this construction is going to be going on until, inshallah, 2030. So that's a lot of development over the next decade. And that's the other thing about it. You know, it's like, guess what? No book that you take off a shelf is going to give you a live tour of the Kaaba and Al-Haram. A book is not going to do that. So we're so grateful for a live stream to be able to see what a book will never show you. A book won't show you Muslims filing into the Haram like this. We appreciate the research. We appreciate books, but it's not going to give you this perspective right here. So we appreciate the holy ones that want to condemn those who may not be as smart and intelligent as they are. But for the rest of us, I'm appreciative. Okay, so now we're going to go up to the second level. No problem. We went this way? Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, now there's so many people in here. We're almost about to lose our group, everybody. So we can see everyone's up ahead. And I'll give you a side view of this area of expansion. Well, we got some nerve sometimes, don't we? Lord have mercy. Just an example of how much work we have to do to get the shaitan out of our own brain. I'm about to be up. Boy, I might need another day of Ramadan or something to get my mind back right again. Shoot. Oh, boy. Praise be to Allah. Okay. And guess what, everybody? A book not going to have you following the servant of Allah and I miss the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan through a tour of the Al-Haram. That much we know. That much we know. We're appreciative for the research, but you're not going to get this right here.
This inspires research.
Right. It's like somebody saying, stop breathing, because it's only one breath of oxygen, as if that's not going to inspire you. This is inspiring. This can inspire research, as Brother Imam Sultan just said. Now look at this colonnade here of columns and chandeliers. Y'all do know I'm a lawyer now. Let somebody else say something crazy. They're going to catch it too, by the grace of Allah. Inshallah. Well, I said they gonna catch it too. So I was like, let somebody else say something crazy. We over here trying to show something to the believers, inspire them, and somebody want to say something crazy on this stream. Please. Okay, everybody. Okay, so watch this. Somebody said, okay, everybody that's watching, let me ask you a question. Is seeing that man right there inspiring? Yeah. Okay, it's inspiring to me. I can tell you that. That man right there.
This way. The Kaaba's right here. Here, this way.
Allah used one man to give us spiritual life. He's right there. And for anybody watching, he doesn't need a wheelchair to walk, but this area is so big, we want him to be comfortable as we walk through here. Okay, Sister Keisha, I'm gonna try and bring it down a little bit. We're trying to bring it down, Sister Keisha.
This is the one that
Look at this area here. Okay, so this right here is the first area of expansion. Okay, so this wall right here was the first area of expansion. Now we're over that area we just walked through was the second area of expansion, and there's even more coming. So now, everybody, we are walking into not yet where the Kaaba is, but we're getting closer. And look at all these Muslims up ahead. The minister is right now greeting the MUI students who are in school.
Right here.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was just greeting the MUI students by live video feed. You're not going to get that from a book, everybody. You can only get that if you have a live stream. Okay, I'm going to get off of it. I think I done ran that point in the ground. I'm good. Okay, so now look everywhere that I can see, everybody. Look at all these Muslims in here. We gotta take our shoes off?
Yeah, I got one more point on the research for you. We were just streaming live with another stream into Muhammad University of Islam.
That's right. We just had one live stream videotaping the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan addressing another live stream. Now, those students at MUI just had an experience. Okay, now look here. You can see this area over here to my left is a men's prayer area. Okay? So you can see the ceiling fans because there are no walls in this area either. Okay? Now it's getting a little thicker, everybody, because we're inside now. Yes, these individuals who are walking, many of them are what's called performing tawaf, which is one of the circuits around the Kaaba. And I have to tell you, one full circle in this area is probably a mile. And they would do this 7 times. So you can see right behind me, there are women in this area who will be making prayer there. And look here, there's a woman right there about to say prayer in the midst of men as well. So no one's attacking her. No one's telling her she has to move. Oh my gosh, I gotta get up here to show you all this sight. Let me try and just walk by here to work my way up to the front so you can see what we're looking at. Excuse me. I'm stepping over people, y'all, so I can get you all a better view of what we're seeing in real time. Okay, here we go. So walk. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just stepping in front of people. All right, so I want you all to get a chance to see this. This is the main area of the Kaaba, and you can see all of these people. Take a look at all these people. All these people. Look at that crowd. This is not one time a day. This is not once a year, everybody. This is 5 times a day. This site right here. And you can see down below, there's a lot of that black. You'll see the women. And then you'll see, even in the Kaaba, behind the women, here's some men right here praying. Or will soon be praying. And then in front of the women is another area of men. So for the most part, there are women areas, but they don't have lesser accommodations than the men have. Now look at all this. Look at all these Muslims here. So those streams of Muslims that I showed you that were walking over those hills, this is where some of them were coming. Not all of them. Some of them were coming, because not everybody can even fit But if you look all the way across on that second level over there, there's Muslims there. And you can't see the third level, but there's Muslims there. And you can't see the fourth level. Oh, there's the fourth level up there. So before, and you can't see it from where you are, but there are Muslims up there as well. This is an act of devotion established by Prophet Muhammad. And guess what? As they're making these circuits around the Kaaba, it's all in honor of Hagar, a woman running between the hills, is an honor and paying homage to Hagar. The word Hajj comes from the word Hagar, the name Hagar. This area that's right by the Kaaba is called the skirt of Hagar. So that Hagar is an excellent person to study, and she's not even one of the prophets. But this entire, not saying the entire, but a significant part of this demonstration is in honor of a woman. And how blessed is it to be a member of the Nation of Islam and to be with a man, the servant of Allah, and he named our holy house and headquarters after a woman, Mosque Maryam. That's how you know the Nation of Islam does not oppress women. Okay, y'all, I gotta get back to the group, but I just wanted you all to see this area. And as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan taught, a nation can rise no higher than its woman. And you can see there's the Kaaba right there in the background. Okay? And they will perform this tawaf, these circumambulations around the Kaaba 7 times, and they're going to keep going until prayer begins. But look at all of these people right here. Ramadan is over, and this is still the scene here at the Kaaba on a Thursday evening. Oh, there's the dawn. Okay, now you'll notice that people are not standing up right now. You'll see they're still sitting down, and they're still walking around because it's still not time for prayer just yet. That is the call to let people to know to come to prayer. Okay, I've got to catch up to the group, everybody. Hold on a minute. Excuse me. So you can see people still sitting down because it's still not time for prayer yet. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay. You can see they're still sitting down. It's not time for prayer just yet. Here's one of the officers here in the brown uniform. Now, take a look at this. Here's the a women's prayer area right here. And look over here. Here's the men's prayer area over there. So, just feet away. So there is no separation here inside the Kaaba or inside Al-Haram in lesser conditions. The women have the same conditions and amenities as the men has. Now look, you saw those people that were already in the Haram, and look at these people are still coming as well, these Muslims. They're still streaming in, everybody. And it's not even time for prayer yet. I put my shoe. Okay, Brother Sultan's gonna hold the camera for me.
And then the call to prayer is beautiful.
Okay, everybody, we're back. Now, the people that you see inside our Haram does not take into consideration that thousands of people, oh man, is that my sister LaShonda out of Atlanta? Is that my big sister on this line? Come on now. Y'all, she helped rear me as a baby Muslim in Atlanta. Love me some sister LaShonda. All right. So once again, all those people, so you hear the call has just stopped, okay? That was the first Adhan being called. Actually, now we're about to say prayer here. This is one of the main halls here, okay? So now, this is the men's prayer area, so now they're taking... Okay, so now they're taking, they're taking our dear sisters Amina, formerly Sister Kim, and Sister Naima, formerly Sister Sandy, to the women's prayer area, which is over there, which has the same accommodations and has air conditioning as the men. And then we're going to pray. In fact, about it, you can see their area is right there in the same hall, right there. Same hall, same area, air conditioning, lighting, marbles, gold, everything. Someone watching from the Philippines. All praise is due to Allah. So now, it's probably another... How long would you say before the next Adhan is called? Okay, probably about 5 to 7 minutes before the second Adhan is given. So of course you saw people already walking. So they didn't wait till the Adhan was given. They already knew when prayer was coming. I'm still going to try and show you some more people walking in. So they didn't wait till the Adhan was given. But in times past, when of course you didn't have, a lot of people didn't have watches and clocks and of course electricity, you needed to know that Adhan to know when it was time for prayer. And so now people are able to get to prayer on time, even without the Adhan. However, you could be doing something in a conversation, conducting business. And one thing that's miraculous to see is that even when that Adhan is given, businesses shut down, and all they do is put a sheet over their wares and don't even lock them up. And their wares are still there when they come back. Now you'll see here our group. Whenever you enter a mosque, you're to perform 2 rak'ahs. So this is not Maghrib prayer right here, but our group is performing 2 rak'ahs in honor and respect for the house of worship. And you see the servant of Allah there with his longtime companion, Brother Akbar Muhammad. And they first came, and the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan first came to Mecca in 1977. The same year that he stood up to begin rebuilding the Nation of Islam. All praise is due to Allah. And the last time he was here was 21 years ago. So at some point I'm going to have to leave you all momentarily so that I can perform prayer as well. But we've got a couple of more minutes, and we thank you all for joining us. We thank you all for sharing it and let me see. I don't know the language, y'all. Y'all got to help me. Tagging it, posting it, sharing it, whatever it's called. We thank you all for doing that. Oh, there's Sister Saudia. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Saudia. Just want y'all to know, once again, I'm like not the most tech person. I don't do social media. And my staff was laughing at me yesterday. And I'm going to go ahead and just talk about myself because they cracked jokes on me when I told them that Brother Sultan was Facebook Live on Instagram. And they said, Brother Burry, please don't say that to anybody else. And I was like, he's Facebook Live and on Instagram. They're like, don't say that no more, please. So I'm doing the best I can, y'all. Okay. Oh, absolutely. Actually, here's brother Jason, our interim.
Assalamu alaikum. Just wanted to give the greetings before prayer. Love you all. Can't wait to share more with you all.
Okay, everybody, we're getting ready to go. And inshallah, we'll check back in with you after prayer because now it's time for prayer. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, hey, turn that off.
Allahu Akbar.
Okay. You can also text.
Oh, great. Okay, everybody, we're back live. We're back live here at the Haram in Mecca. You can see it's nightfall now. And the pilgrims are about to file out of Haram in the same wave that you saw coming in. And guess what? As they're walking out, others will be coming in at the same time so that they can then get a better location closer to the Kaaba for Isha prayer, which is not for another 2 hours. This takes place 5 times a day here at Haram. Okay, our connection is back. And you can see the green clock tower showing the time is 7:29 on the clock tower. All praise is due to Allah. We're thankful that you all have been able to join us for this historic prayer service, because now we're here with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Praise be to Allah. Okay, so now, since this is actually our final night here in Mecca, we're very grateful that you all could participate with us. We're getting ready to take a photograph here inside Haram to memorialize our time here. Go over here and slide in this picture here. Let her inside. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
My pleasure. Tell us when, Rob.
You got the clock tower too? Excellent. So now you see people here waiting to greet the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. They're now noticing that he's here, and now we have people now crowding him to come listen to what they're saying.
Nice to see you. It's an amazing day for our life.
All Africa watching.
Inshallah, inshallah. If we see you, we see Muhammad Ali as well.
تقبل الله منا ومنكم تقبل الله لنا ولكم كل عام وانت بخير اللهم ادخل حبيبي الجنه اللهم اجعلنا جميعا ادخل الجنه ان شاء الله from Algeria.
This gentleman is from Algeria.
My pleasure. It's my pleasure. Alhamdulillah. I speak.
Now look at the crowd forming around everybody.
English. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah ala ni'mat al-Islam. Okay, come.
Now we have people that want to take pictures with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
All of you at the same time.
Yes, that gentleman did say, when he sees you, I see Muhammad. That's exactly what he said. Here's some more gentlemen that want to take pictures with him. Oh, and okay, now, okay. Okay, here we go. Now more people are coming, everybody. And more people are coming. Okay, now we have more people coming, everybody. Okay, I just got pushed out the way. Okay. Here's more people coming. And more people coming. And more people coming.
Obviously, I've seen them all over Africa. Look at the people gathering around our Muslims.
Okay, now we got to break through the crowd to try and get out of here. We were supposed to take another picture, but that's not going to happen now because the crowd's only getting bigger and bigger. So now we have to try and work our way through this. Now, for all those who say we're not real Muslims, we're in the Haram in Mecca, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is being swarmed by Muslims from all over the world, trying to take pictures with him and shake his hand. You all saw that real time. That's not me reporting it to you. That's not in the final call writing about it. You saw it live, real time. Here's somebody else taking pictures of the minister, him sliding by. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're now walking through. It's something to see real time that we're thousands of miles away from the United States of America, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan can still be swarmed by people from all over the world. Brother Brandon, the minister, is fine. He's not in a wheelchair because of some problem. He's in a wheelchair because he's 86 years young, and if he was walking through this entire building like we who are half his age are walking through it, folk would have to think the minister was on some different kind of medication. But he's 86 years, 8 decades plus 6 years. So that is why he's in a wheelchair, because that's just an accommodation that you would want to give to somebody who has reached that station in life. All praises due to Allah. We thank Brother Sultan for having a Facebook Live page, because I don't have a Facebook anything. So we're grateful. You see the size of this facility. You can fit multiple football fields inside of this one facility. So at no point do we want to have him expending his energy walking around a building of this size. If we had access to a baby plane, we'd have him moving around in that. Thank you, Brother Scott, for measuring Al Haram, which is a half mile by a half mile. Oh, this is a beautiful sight, everybody.
When the sun sets, it turns sparkly rainbow.
Oh,
the
wow.
windows were green.
Right.
As the sun sets, it's like rainbow.
If you go, brother, go from there, then you can fucking this.
Okay.
It will be very
Well, they getting ready to take a picture here. Okay, so here we go. Okay, everybody, we're in Al Haram. I'm gonna give you a shot of the picture first, and then I'm gonna jump in it. There's the whole delegation right there in the main hall of this expansion. Now I'm gonna jump in this picture. Okay, here we go. Wait. Okay, so now we want our host to come in. To come in the picture as well. Thank you so much.
Where's Ahmed?
Nishwag.
Somebody got to check over the Rob. Don't move. You have to get in. No, Jesse, come on. Just... You can put that get out. Are we good?
Okay, everybody, we wanted to make sure you all were in this experience with us. Brother Messiah Hardy, I would encourage you to go on YouTube and play any lecture from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and you'll learn that we as Muslims in the Nation of Islam pray to Allah and pray to Allah. Yeah, no problem. And we say Allah intervene in our affairs in the person of Master W. Farrakhan Muhammad. So here we are, everybody. And everybody should know, even though we're here in Mecca, even though we're here at Al Haram, we are not backing away from Master Farrakhan Muhammad or the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And no one has asked us to either. Of course, that'd be a very short conversation if they did. Now we're walking through Al Haram. Now, isn't that something? And for you all that do not know, just to show how much respect the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has in Mecca, that when we hit the city border coming from Medina, there was a police escort waiting for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's caravan to hit the city limits. And there was a multiple car police escort through the city streets of Mecca to our hotel. For anybody that say we're not real Muslims, you don't receive someone like that in the holy city of Mecca unless you recognize that you're not only dealing with a Muslim, but you're dealing with the Muslim from the West. About to get me worked up in here, I'll tell you. Now look, for all the real Muslims who say we not real Muslims, show us your police caravan through the holy city of Mecca. No, we shouldn't. This is Facebook. We'll never, ever should we as followers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, under the guidance of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, ever entertain anyone else's misunderstanding of us being Muslims? So here's some men here who are waiting, and they will be sitting here in the mosque for another hour and a half until Isha prayer. And they're reading the Holy Quran and waiting. Well, Sister Sonia, we're going to give it a little energy because we've been taught that we've been given an invincible truth. And the only way you're going to know it's invincible if somebody jumps up to try and say that what we're teaching is not the truth. And that's when they're going to find out. As our dear brother Kevin Hart said, oh, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. So now we're walking through the building. On our way to exit. So now we're exiting, and you're gonna see what the scene looks like outside. You see the minister now exiting Al Haram, or this structure. Now look at this scene out here, everybody. Look at this scene. As far as the eye can see. Oh. Okay. There's a crescent moon right there in the sky, in the new quarter of the moon, because Ramadan is just completed. And here's the servant of Allah right here. And to all the sisters who are watching, you gotta know that Sister Naima, formerly Sister Sandy, and Sister Amina, formerly Sister Kim, have gotten a lot of positive attention from women because of the garments that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad put the black woman in. And they are absolutely being established and setting the standard of what the civilized black woman looks like in the hells of North America. And we thank the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for reinstituting the garments as given to us by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Okay. Now we're showing you people who are filing out of the Kaaba and some that are filing into the Kaaba. As far as you can see, all the way down there. All the way over here. 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 And these men right here will be sitting here, not even touching the Kaaba, not even on the main floor, but they'll be sitting here for another hour and a half waiting for Isha prayer. This scene plays out 5 times a day. All praises due to Allah. All these men right here and some women are sitting on the ground outside of the main area of the Kaaba waiting for prayer. Now all of this area would have been filled. Here's a group of women right here. All of this area would have been filled just a few moments ago with no space to walk. And it's only space right now because prayer is over. And it has been over for about 20 minutes now. And all these that you see sitting on the ground will be here waiting for the next prayer, and then they'll walk home. No one drives to the mosque, as best I can tell. It seems like every single person walks to the mosque. And each one of us needs to have that same kind of commitment to getting to the mosque, where we would go there even if we had to walk just to be there. Look at this scene out here, everybody. And there's no crime out here, everybody. No one's stealing anything. No one's arguing. There's no skirmishes. There's no fights. If you leave something someplace, you can go away and come back and it'll still be there. And this will look just like this at 1 in the morning. 24 hours a day. The Kaaba has activity similar to this, 24 hours a day. All praise is due to Allah. And it's something to have with us for the entire time. For the entire time, a delegation from the office of the king of Saudi Arabia, who has been our guide and our shepherd throughout the country. And wherever we've gone, he's been with us. And he tells us, and he keeps asking us, is everything okay? Is there anything that we need? Because he has to report back to the king that we have been treated kindly and we've had all of our needs met. So he's actually a little nervous and he wants to make sure that we have everything we need. All praise is due to Allah. So it's getting a little thicker out here now. Okay, so now what they're saying is it's so crowded right now inside of the Kaaba that they're now setting up these green barricades that you see right here, because they're now cutting off access to the Kaaba for the general worshipers, and you can only enter if you're performing Umrah and you have your Ikram garment on for men. That's just how crowded it is. You can see people all the way over there. All the way over there. You can see crowds leaving and crowds coming at the same time. Right there. You're asking about the weather right now. It is about 98 degrees at 8 o'clock at night. Maybe even 100 degrees right now. So here we are. Look at the Muslims filing in. And we just finished prayer. And all of these are coming to prayer. All of these Muslims sitting here on the ground will be waiting for another hour and a half on the ground, waiting. Did I turn the sound off on this?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay. Can you all hear me? Brother Davisi, you're right. Brother Jason and I barely slept any. Put my brother on camera. Sound is fine. Thank you, Sister Krista. Okay, let me see. All right. Here's our delegation over here. Look at this scene, everybody. I mean, we just walking, just Muslims, just all over. And some people even sleep on the ground and nothing happens to them. They're perfectly fine. This is not a special occasion. The holiest month of the year just ended a few days ago, and this is still the scene outside of the Kaaba in the holy city Mecca.
Where's Mansour?
Ish, I think he said he was back there.
Just stay with us. Stay with us. He's got to come to us.
Yeah, they got KFC out here, y'all. They got all kind of American restaurants all throughout. Yeah. But a lot of these Muslims who are from here don't eat that.
This is the one that the son did. Yes. And these two. Also, I think the secretary.
Okay, so now you're going to see this street that is right next to our hotel.
I got you.
And you're going to see how crowded it is.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Look at this street right here. Hey, y'all, we're not going to worry about KFC. All right, we're going to worry about this beautiful sight of Muslims who are coming and going. Look at the scenes here. This is the scene 5 times a day, everybody. Festive. You see all the local businesses right there. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Y'all want to see the minister? Minister's up here. Try and get ahead of them. Here's the minister, everybody. Okay, so here's a gentleman right here giving out free water. Free water. And you all should know that these major buildings right around here, these huge hotels, that they're non-profit hotels wherein the proceeds of the revenue from the operations goes to maintain Al-Haram, where the Kaaba is located. So these believers right here, many of them that you see walking away from Al-Haram and the Kaaba, In an hour and a half, we'll be walking back. Many of them that you see here. boy, Robert. Boy, Robert, you something else, bro. So Brother Robert says, or this person named Robert says, sorry to say, but this is nothing but wrong. How can you call yourself Muslims while they are selling your own people as slaves till today? My goodness. My goodness.
Go watch Netflix.
So because some people who engage in some wrong activity and call themselves something which they are not is somehow supposed to impact our belief? Robert, go somewhere, man. Go somewhere. So because some ignorant people are engaged in some activity, what do you call yourself? Are you Christian? Oh, because there's no Christians that have ever committed any crimes, evidently, because if they did, you wouldn't be a Christian? Please. We are not bound by the ignorant actions and criminal actions of anybody else. Our faith is what our faith is. Our belief is what our belief is. We don't sell slaves. We don't engage in criminal activity. And if you do, you get put out. So we're not bound by or restricted, or somehow our faith is determined by what somebody else does. No, sir. No, sir. Not even close. We're supposed to walk away from the lifestyle that we've come into. When what we used to do, when we used drugs, smoked cigarettes, drank alcohol, chased women, we're supposed to somehow walk away from that life because somebody who claims they're a Muslim is doing some criminal activity? No, sir. We have benefited from the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who brought us to the Holy Quran. There's no kind of way we're concerned about somebody else's criminal activity. We're still trying to get our own lives together. Man, please, you go. Man, I know, but I enjoy ignorant people saying things so we can show how ignorant it is. Yeah. Doesn't bother me at all.
Call it out.
Oh, they were looking for you.
Okay, I was right by some.
Okay.
Are we going to the
Yeah. Oh man, that's
awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. LeGrant Anthony, you are an Israelite, not born from the seed of Ishmael. That's so interesting. That's so interesting. You all, it looks like somebody from what do they call? Israel United in Christ on our feed. First of all, if we not real, get off our feed. Point number one. Point number two. Seems to me, my brother, that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, as early as the 1930s, said that black people in America were the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So I don't know where you just came from and your group just came from, but you don't have the history that the Nation of Islam has, teaching that black people in America are the lost sheep of Israel. So it seems to me that you all are following our lead. So please don't try and teach us when we were already building the school before you even born. Sorry, you all. For everybody else, we trying to show our believers. All of these Muslims. Yeah. We want to show you this beautiful sight, everybody. I'm sorry. I kind of had some pent up energy, y'all. I apologize. So we want to show you all of these beautiful Muslims. All these beautiful Muslims filing out of the Kaaba, and there is no sight. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, "What am I doing?" Okay, sorry. Okay, here we go. Brother Imam is teaching me you all how to work that. Y'all know I'm a novice to this live stuff, Facebook live stuff, so.
My brother shooting concrete.
Brother Imam say I'm taking video of concrete, so I apologize to you all. Y'all bear with me, okay? Some folk got me a little distracted there. But we wanted to show you all this beautiful sight of Muslims filing in and out. Well, but what you all have, the believers that are on this line, what we have to understand is that we have been given an invincible truth. LeGrand, I'm not even going to dignify you anymore, my brother. I'm not even going to dignify you anymore. And let me tell you what's so funny about this group. This group called Israel United in Christ. They say Prophet Muhammad wasn't a prophet. That's interesting. Seems to me when he started, none of this even existed. There were not people from all over the world. The most populous, quote unquote, religion in the world is Islam. It didn't exist before Prophet Muhammad started. The revelation that came through him, and then the acts of devotion that started. So somehow, disbelief, somehow, lack of truth and falsehood produced all of this. Yeah, okay. Well, if this is falsehood, give it to me every day of the week. Sorry. All right. But it's not falsehood, everybody. This is the absolute truth. And guess what? Everything in our lives tell us that. We don't need somebody jumping up on the dang on feed telling us that we're not real Muslims and we know where our life has come from after hearing the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That much can't change. And, you know, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad described it like this, and I'm gonna have to reflect on his words. And he says, in paraphrasing, you know, when the dog barks at the moon, nobody pays it any attention. But when the moon barks back, then the dog is famous. So we're not gonna make no famous dogs up on this feed, you guys.
You know what time the restaurant closes?
I don't. So look at this scene, everybody. This is the scene outside of our hotel, and they're just walking for miles and miles to go back home, only to come back another hour and a half. So, here we are. Just want to show you what it looks like. Now, yeah, you know we can't stand out here all night now. Just wanted to give you all a view. Yes, do what? Oh, okay. I'm gonna try and get an elevated position. Stand right here? Oh, okay. Don't worry, y'all. I'm not gonna bark back at the dog no more. All right, here we go. We wanted to show you all this scene outside of the Kaaba. All right, help me out, brother Sultan. Okay. If I was in school right now, brother Sultan would give me a D+ or a C- on my videography. So you all have to forgive me. And he would be on this feed right now, but he's lost his voice. So we just wanted to show you all of this activity. So with all of that said, everybody, back in America, in the United States, and anywhere else, you know, when others can do this in 100-degree weather and 98-degree weather at 10 o'clock at night, surely we can find ourselves being better illustrations of our faith when we have more amenities, when we have different accommodations,
wouldn't give my brother a D+ on his defense.
Oh no. The D+ is on my videography, everybody. Sorry. Not on what I'm saying, on my videography. I got you. I'm not gonna step off. Yeah, but you know, sometimes you just have to kind of step in the ring every now and again, because when people are standing in the ring by themselves, they swear they're the champion. And so that's why I just wanted to address some of the comments that came across here. But we know we with a man who has taken on Satan for the last 64 years, and he's still standing and fighting at 86 years young, before some other folks' parents were even born. So it's easy to be a champion when you shadow boxing. Yeah. So listen, you all, I mean, this activity that you're looking at is all night, literally. We could start this back up at 2 in the morning and it'll look just like this or something like this. So, all right, we're going to rejoin the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, inshallah, since this is our last night in Mecca, inshallah. We may have another live feed before the night is over, and you all can maybe tune back in then. We thank you all, and let's do our best, everybody, wherever we are, to be the best reflection of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who is the best reflection of his teacher, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is the best reflection of Master Farrakhan Muhammad. This right here that we're looking at, these millions of people who came in for Umrah, started from one man in a cave on the side of a mountain. And revelation came from one man. Well, this much I know. We are Muslims in the Nation of Islam today because of one man, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who had a word come into his mind, which reignited the flame that had been simmering in him ever since his teacher left. And so we're looking at the future representation of the Nation of Islam. That's what we're looking at right now. So we won't stop. We won't stop. Prophet Muhammad has been gone for 1,400 years. And you can't even tell. You can't tell that this man is not alive, because he is still alive. Because all of these who are coming and walking for miles to make 3 rak'ahs to turn around and go home still have the light of Prophet Muhammad burning in their hearts and in their minds and in their spirit. And so this is how you know that Prophet Muhammad was inspired by Allah to do and be what he did and has done, such that 1,400 years later we can be walking through, for all those who say this is false, well, show us your marble and gold buildings that can fit football fields. Show us your hallways that have chandeliers that weigh 200 and 300 pounds. Show us people who have transformed their lives to walk away from a life of sin, to strive mightily to do better. And it's one thing to be in a Muslim country and be a Muslim, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has said, but he's holding up the banner of Islam in America, the sin capital of the world. And they have not been able to extinguish his light, and no one has, and no one will be able to. My goodness, folks just got here thinking they own the block. Just got here. Don't even deserve to be in the same city as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, let alone think they standing on something. If we wrong, you go out there and do your work. Leave us alone. Go do your work and show us how great your wisdom is. Try and produce not even half, not even a fourth. Try and produce 1% of what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has done. We didn't come to your 10, 10, 15 with nearly 1 million people on the mall. You came to ours. Okay, y'all. Thank you all. Okay. Inshallah, everybody, we're going to go inside now. We just wanted to just bring you all to Mecca with us. Bring you all to Mecca with us so you can see some of the sites that we're looking at. We thank you all for joining. This is what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has inspired and brought us to. But I'm so grateful that we have this. I'm not going to say that I'm so grateful that we have this live feed so that you all could see real time that another Muslim, I don't know what country he was from, but walked up to the minister and said, when I see you, I see Muhammad. All praises due to Allah. That's on video. That was live feed. And then you saw the crowd started rushing the minister to get a picture and shake his hand and just to look at him. Not even in Mecca. In the Kaaba. Or at the Kaaba. Yeah, false Muslims, whatever. Whatever. Thank you all. May Allah continue to bless you all. Inshallah, we'll check in with you a little bit later on. Or you all can check back in with us a little bit later on. May Allah continue to bless you. To the Muslims on the line, love you all. Assalamu alaikum. Here you go.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are here in the holy city of Mecca, Mukarramah, mashallah, celebrating Eid. Please invite the believers on to hear a message from our student national assistant to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Please invite others to join in, inshallah, for an Eid message from our dear brother Ismail Muhammad, Student National Assistant to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Invite your friends to also join in to hear this message from the holy city of Mecca. Now the believers are looking at the tawaf of millions of Muslims across the planet here in the heart of the Islamic world on the day of Eid with our dear brother Ismail Muhammad. Please invite others. We'll wait a moment until others join online. Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak. Please share. It's 1:00 a.m. approximately in the morning. What time is it here?
It is now 7:52 a.m.
It is approximately, well, it is exactly 7:52 a.m. in the holy city of Mecca.
It's 11:53 in Chicago.
11:53 in Chicago. So inshallah, please invite others to hear a message from our beloved Ismail Muhammad, Student National Assistant to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. My battery is low, so we're gonna have to do it. Okay.
Battery's getting low.
Okay. You ready? Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We'll get it.
Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Mubarak. I bear witness there is no God but Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. I further bear witness that Allah appeared to us in the person of Master Farrakhan Muhammad, born in this holy city of Mecca. I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is his messenger, Messiah. And I further bear witness that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is their divine reminder, servant, and warner among us. Indeed, it is a great honor beyond words to express our deep gratitude to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for inviting us. I am personally grateful for this invitation to come to Mecca. This is my second visit since my mother brought me and my sister Nadia. I was 12 years old at the time. And coming back 40 years later, Mecca has been transformed. The Kaaba is exquisitely beautiful here in Haram. We are so honored to represent you.
That's right.
At this holy place, on these hallowed grounds, to offer prayers to Allah on your behalf, on behalf of our families, and to ask Allah for his forgiveness and to extend his mercy to us and to anoint us with his spirit that we may continue in the West. What Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, started 1400 years ago here in the known world, but the mission of the establishment of Islam is not complete. Freedom, justice, and equality we now must have. And as you look at this magnificent sea of men and women that are making their circuits around that black Kaaba, which is only a symbol, and we know what the sign represents, but look at all of the millions that are gathered here. This is the largest gathering of pilgrims and worshipers coming to Mecca, more than the Hajj, they say. And we have ended the 30-day fast here in Mecca with the Eid prayers. But as you look at the sea of men and women representative in this body is every creed, class, color, ethnicity of the human family. And what Islam gives to the human family is peace, is freedom, justice, and equality. We want you to know that though you are not present physically, you are present with us. We have prayed for you and your families and those who are afflicted, those who are sick, those who are struggling, those under trial. We have brought those prayers with us to this holy place.
Allahu
and if it be the will of Allah, we will return soon in just a few short days, and we have much to share with you. So enjoy your Eid feast. Enjoy the blessings of Allah, for they are manifold, and there are many more blessings that Allah is going to bestow upon you and us as we conclude this month of Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak. We love you, nation of Islam, and we have been so honored and respected here among our Muslim brothers and sisters from all over the world. There is but one ummah. There is one nation of Islam. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Muhammad Rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, we will stay live just so you can see.
Yes, yes. To continue to watch this before Brother Imam Sultan's battery runs out.
That's right. It is very low.
But we want you to have the benefit of this experience and thank Allah for modern technology.
Thank
that
Allah.
allows us to broadcast and transmit live instantly.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Warren. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Khadija. Sister Khadija Coleman. Assalamu alaikum, Mother Khadija.
Mother Khadija.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Farrakhan. Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad Hamidullah. Assalamu alaikum, Mudathir. Mudathir.
Family.
Assalamu alaikum. Ahmed Muhammad. Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak, family.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. We are here. We are here at the holiest, most sacred spot on the planet. This is the root of civilization, where wisdom and knowledge of the original man first started when the planet was found. This is Mecca. This is the sacred and holy city of Mecca. Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. Says, give Brother Minister our love. All praise is due to Allah. Message from
Don't
brother.
forget, your fast will end later today. No, it's nighttime.
It's 1 a.m. So no more fasting. Eid is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
So wake
and
up
the
and
minister
eat.
will, inshallah, he will speak on the prayer line.
There it is.
For the Fajr prayer.
Prayer line.
Wednesday
Ramadan prayer
morning,
line.
right?
No, Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning. Forgive us, you know, we have slept very little, and we're losing the days.
That's right.
It's month.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday here.
Yes, sir.
And you all are about to
Go into Tuesday.
go into Tuesday.
By midnight.
Well, they're getting ready. They're in Tuesday now. Midnight.
They're into Tuesday.
Midnight.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And Brother Jason is here with us too, our great student director. Come over here. Come over here.
We'd like to extend the greetings of peace to each and every one of the believers, the community. Miss my faculty and staff at Muhammad University and our wonderful students. We have so much to share with you. You are in for a treat. And again, as Brother Ishmael said, we want to extend our thanks to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And we want to let all of you all know that we have sent up so many prayers for each and every one of you in our community, asking for God's mercy, His favor, His protection, His security. And we are just so honored and happy to represent each of you in our holy city, May Allah bless you. Enjoy this time together. And inshallah, we look forward to bearing witness to the majesty of this experience in the holy city. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Long live Muhammad.
This is something.
This is something.
This
You can't take your eyes off of it.
Huh?
You just can't take your eyes off
Right.
of it. It's like, man.
When I came, all of this was not enclosed.
No, it was not. They've been going back slowly, like expanding the circle. Allahu Akbar. We are still here with Student National Assistant Ismail Muhammad giving a message to the believers as we watch the tawaf of those who are performing Umrah today. Please share the message. You may join by, I will post now a link to the live feed from the holy city of Mecca shortly, and you can watch the official page on YouTube. We will go as long as we have battery. Eid Mubarak, Eid Sa'id, Eid Kareem. You want me to cut? I can cut. Inshallah, we will come back live. Please stay tuned. We're going to have to charge a little bit here. Inshallah. All right. Just give the... People just but it's okay. They can go back.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone that's joining us in this live feed. We gave greetings earlier and a message. I hope you can replay it. But praise be to Allah. We are here and we are representing you, the nation of Islam, and your fellow Muslim brothers and sisters. They have received us and our beloved minister with great honor, great respect. And the sisters that are online, you should be so proud of your garment, because everywhere that student, National MGT Captain, Sister Sandy, now Naima,
Allahu Akbar. Brother
has
Front
gone with her 3 pleas. The people have stopped and have said, like we do it in our chant, people want to know who you are, where you come from, and she has been stopped everywhere she goes because she represents the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, our Savior, Master Farrakhan Muhammad, a new civilization. And this, you should know as the women of Islam, you're the standard.
Excellent.
And she, as well as Sister Amina, have represented the MGT.
All the hearts are coming.
May Allah bless all of us to continue. Allah, who came in the person of Master Farrakhan Muhammad, made us unique, unlike. And I'm telling you, as your brother, that we are unlike, we are unique, and everybody wants something new, and we represent the new heaven and the new earth. May Allah bless us. Embrace the teachings, embrace who you are. You don't have to be nobody else but yourself, except your own.
Go ahead.
And be yourself. Accept the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad so you can stand out and be in the forefront. Don't forsake what Allah has given to us. Wear your banner proud, because we are going to be victorious. May Allah bless the nation of Islam and bless each and every one of you. We can't wait to be reunited, inshallah, with you soon. May Allah bless you. Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Brother Fontaine is logged in. Assalamu alaikum, family. Inshallah, we are signing off now. And inshallah, will keep you in line and in tune with our steps as we perform our holy rituals and rites of the Umrah. Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak.
I know, son. It's gonna be. You're the man of hope. I know, son. But I'm dying. I know, son. Your heart will come back. When I got shot at, I know, son. The bullet will fall down. It's like, God, stop it.
Assalamu alaikum. Please watch the replay, invite and share. Khalide just jumped on.
She did?
Yeah. And she's with Mother Khadija, so I don't know if you want to say something.
Look, Jay.
Assalamu alaikum, Auntie Khalide. Please give the greetings, return the greetings to Mother Khadija and family. I see you are tuned in. Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, we will go. Our battery's about to die, but we are filled with life, witnessing and being a part of this holy and blessed time of the year.
Yeah, he's looking out over the sea. See, now I want to get it with his camera.
All right, family, please keep tuned in. Share, share, share. Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum. Watch the replay. Assalamu alaikum, Mother Khadija. Assalamu alaikum.